What's the best findable budget bourbon around 90 proof? Well, today we're going to find out. Welcome back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we've got a killer blind flight for you guys. We're going to be determining what is the best findable budget bourbon that's right around 90 proof. Now, in this blind today, we have some of my personal favorites. We have the Michter's Small Batch Bourbon coming in at 90 proof. It's around like $40, $45 wherever you live. Then we've got the Blue Note Juke joint. This is the highest proof at 93. We have the Four Roses Small Batch. This one's coming in at 90 proof as well. And then we also have the Green River Bourbon coming in at 90 proof. All of these bottles are very findable. The Blue Note and the Green River, maybe a little more spotty, but relatively easy to find. You can get them online. They're all under or around that $40 price point. The Blue Note is around that $27 price point. Anyways, got them all poured up. I do not know the order of these. And yeah, just gonna go ahead and get into it and see which one I like best. Anyways, on to glass one. Ooh, that's a good nose. Definitely a scotch or rye spice there, but definitely some like red berry sweetness there. I actually get like a scotch of like a little bit of oak there. Maybe that's like a dark chocolatey note. Anyways, on to the palate. Cheers. Damn. That is good. Sorry, pardon my French, but man. I don't know. Man, that's good. I mean, that is just like, cherry syrup there. That is like almost teetering on like a little bit of a medicinal cherry there, but that is a very sweet, cherry forward profile. That's really good. Okay, glass number 2 is a little bit darker on the nose. Not quite as, this is leaning more towards like brown sugars, but still like a light fruity nose with those darker notes. Anyways, to the palate. Cheers. Wow, so glass 1, is heavy with that almost leaning towards medicinal cherry. And then glass 2 is a lot more like brown sugar cinnamons, but also has a fair amount of cherry sweetness on there. I mean, I got both of those are very good. On to glass 3. Wow, that is butterscotch. That is different. Definitely leaning more towards butterscotch caramel, scotch vanilla, but definitely, yeah, that's a butterscotch heavy nose there. Anyways, to the palate. Cheers. Yeah, a lot more caramel vanilla there. That butterscotch didn't translate over to the palate. Definitely came forward and a little bit spicier on this one. A little bit of cinnamon there. Maybe a scotch more rye spice on that. That was like all vanilla on that one. Yeah, I don't know. My sweet tooth has me leaning towards 1 and 2, but that is still a fantastic pour though. Chic Quattro. Ooh. Man. That's the faintest of the noses. Dang. Yeah. So good. Huh. That is definitely considerably more faint. Anyways, to the palate. Cheers. Yeah. That's really good too. So that's hitting you with a lot more spice there on the palate. It's got some decent red berry sweetness, but it's a strong, like kind of like cinnamon spicy vanilla there on the mid palate. It's not quite as like robust of a flavor profile there. Although it has some good notes, like the nose is relatively faint, very faint. I would definitely say, looking back at these, I'd kind of put these two a little bit higher. This one is spectacular, just completely different profile. And then I'd put this one like a little bit further back. But anyways, gonna go back through these and then have some more water, give it some time, and then we'll regroup with my final thoughts. All right, and we're back. I think I've got my final order. So now these glasses are all still in the same order. I went with the first glass, came in second. Thought this was a fantastic pour, but it just like lacked a little bit of the complexity that I thought the glass 2 had. This was like a cherry dominant profile, like reminded me a whole bunch of like a Buffalo Trace product there. Glass number 2, which is, ultimately took home the crown. I thought that it had a decent amount of cherry, but it had greater complexity there, with like a little bit more like brown sugar, and then almost had a little bit of like oak and dark chocolate there as well. So that's why the noses on these were both very good. I just thought that 2 was a little bit darker, richer, a little more complex, but still can't go wrong with either one of those. And I thought that this one might have come in fourth, but after going back through these, this glass number 3 actually tasted, although it did have a decent amount of complexity to it, I just thought that like the flavors were a little bit muted when I was putting it up to glass 4. And then after going back through these a few times, I guess the nose actually opened up a little bit on glass 4. But these, I would definitely put these 2 in a clear cut above these 2 down here. If I had to take a guess, I would probably go Green River, Michter's, I guess Blue Note for this one, and then Four Roses. See if I was right. Fourth place. This one was what I was calling Four Roses. And sure enough, Four Roses. All right, well, I'll put it over here. So last place, Four Roses, but, I still love this bottle, even though it came in last. So you have great complexity there. The rice spice was shining through on this. Again, I just thought that this next glass, which I thought was Blue Note, 2 for 2, baby. Blue Note, yeah, that makes sense. This one was a little bit 3 proof points higher than this. That makes sense. That I thought this was a little bit stronger. And is Green River gonna take home the cake, or is Michter's? Let's go with the winner. We got Michter's, and then Green River. Holy smokes! I think the Green River kind of gave it away. I did review that bottle last night, so I guess that profile was, and then the proof on this one kind of gave it away over this one. And so stoked to see that Michter's Small Batch taking it home. This is a bottle that does not get enough love on the YouTube community. This is a fantastic bottle. Great complexity. You get the cherry notes. You got the brown sugars, deep vanillas. You get a little bit of that oak, and all for a 90 proof, $45 package. I mean, you just can't go wrong. I mean, look at the Michter's 10 year. That bottle, was way high on everyone's list. It's only 94 proof, 4 proof points higher than that. Yeah, it's got more age. Yeah, it's a single barrel. But still, this is 4 proof points less. Don't sleep on the Michter's Small Batch Bourbon. It's a heater. Honestly, if you're looking for Buffalo Trace and can't find it, this Green River tastes very similar to it. And it pains me to see, Blue Note coming in third, because this bottle is fantastic. Again, it is the cheapest of the bunch. So if you haven't had Blue Note, still a fantastic bottle. And I kind of hate to see my Four Roses coming in fourth place, because Four Roses is, one of my favorite distilleries. And I do think that this bottle is fantastic, but, the flavors just weren't quite as robust as the others today. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, would you please leave me a comment down below? Let me know what do you think of this blind. What bottles did I miss here today? What are the other, sub 100 proof budget bottles that I need to be putting in my next blind? As always, guys, this is Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and pop the bottles and share the pours, and we'll see you in the next one.